Caitlin Clark, the only WNBA player receiving over 500,000 fan votes for the WNBA All-Star game. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, the Fever 4, sitting in the top 10 when it comes to WNBA fan voting for the All-Star game.
What happens when fan votes for one player skyrocket from under 100,000 to over 515,000? You get Caitlin Clark absolutely dominating the 2025 WNBA All-Star voting. But the real story isn't just about Clark leading the charge, it's about the Indiana Fever sending 4 players into the top 10. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, the player who boldly declared that fans watch the WNBA for her, is nowhere to be found. The 2025 All-Star Game is happening in Indianapolis, and the Fever just proved they run their own house. If you support Indiana, vote for them in the All-Star Game and drop Fever Fab 4 in the comments below. Let's go.
Indiana Fever fans, every chance, Caitlin Clark fans, every time they have a chance to show up, they show out. Every time they have an opportunity to support, not only do they support, they go above and beyond when it comes to attendance, when it comes to viewership, when it comes to merchandise, and now clearly, as it's always been clear, the extracurricular activities, the add-ons, the plus ones, this would really help us. This would really help you. Say no more. Please, let's try to get these girls in the. This is what you want. Say no more. And the Indiana Fever fans did.
Let's rewind and talk about what WNBA All-Star voting looked like before Caitlin Clark changed the game. Just 2 years ago, even the league's biggest stars were fighting tooth and nail for votes. The competition was tight, and every single vote counted because the numbers were so close.
It's leading, and we've got 4 Indiana Fever players in the top 10, which I think can be expected considering where it is that the game is being played. So I will give people a lot of credit. I think a lot of people, it looks like, voted based on basketball for the most part. And there's a supposed, people keep telling me, supposed second most popular player in the league. That doesn't look like the second most popular player at all.
Back in 2023, not a single WNBA player hit 100,000 fan votes. Only 8 players even crossed the 50,000 mark. These were respectable numbers for the time, but they also show how much things have changed since then.
First returns for the WNBA All-Star voting when it comes to the fan vote. Caitlin Clark, number 1, absolutely no surprise. The biggest, the best, the most noticeable, the face of the WNBA. If you had any questions about the face of the WNBA, look at that graphic right there. That's called the face.
Fast forward to 2025, Caitlin Clark racked up 515,993 votes in the first round alone, more than 5 times what the top vote-getter earned in the entire 2023 voting cycle. She didn't just win, she completely redefined fan engagement in the WNBA. Her popularity sparked a ripple effect across the league. This year, 19 players crossed the 100,000 mark, a feat nobody achieved in 2023. More fans than ever are paying attention to women's basketball. Clark's star power has lifted the entire sport.
Clark garnered 515,993 votes over the first week of fan voting. She's the only player to eclipse 500,000. Nafisi Collier, who is probably the leader of the MVP pack right now, is at 485,000. Aaliyah Boston is third, 447,000, as she should.
To truly understand these numbers, realize that Clark's 515,993 votes represent a shift in how fans connect with the WNBA. These aren't just casual clicks, these are devoted fans who went out of their way to support their favorite player. Her engagement rivals all-star voting totals in much more established leagues. In less than 2 seasons, Clark has generated a fan base that takes years to build.
Lisa Collier, number 2. Aaliyah Boston, number 3. Asia Wilson, number 4. Brianna Stewart, number 5. Paige, Kiki Iriafen, 2 rookies in the top 10. And we got Kelsey Mitchell, 7. Sabrina, 8. And Lexi whole nine. We got 2 rookies, we got 4 Fever players, we got 2 Liberty players, we got Nafisa Collier, a top 2 player in the league right now, arguably the best, and we got the Asia Wilson conglomerate continues to show.
Nafisa Collier sits in second place with 484,758 votes, an unimaginable total just 2 years ago. That number alone would have shattered the 2023 records. Yet now, it's only good enough for second place, showing just how much Clark has shifted the voting landscape. Her 19.9 points and 8.7 assists per game back up the hype with real performance. She's not popular just because of college fame, she delivers every night. Attendance spikes when she plays, and TV ratings follow. Clark is bringing eyes to the WNBA like never before.
But not everybody's conglomerate is showing up for their girl. Not everybody's pieces are showing up for their girl. Not everybody's stands are showing up for their girl. Caitlin Clark, 500,000. Aaliyah Boston, like we said. When we start jumping out of the top 10, we got Kelsey Plum, okay. Satu Sabali, 2. And then we got Angel Reese at 13 when it comes to WNBA fan voting. Angel Reese and the Reese's Pieces continue to have more Twitter fingers than actual action.
Clark's impact didn't just change the scoreboard, it forced the WNBA to upgrade its voting infrastructure. A system that worked for 50,000 votes now had to handle 500,000. Clark's performance set a new benchmark. Future All-Star voting will always be compared to what she accomplished in 2025. But this goes beyond individual recognition, it's about what she's done for the Indiana Fever as a team. Intro 8.
Second straight year that Clark has led the fan voting. She was second in early returns in fan voting in 2024, but jumped to first with around 700,000 total votes by the end of the period. So I'm wondering, are we going to see 1 million votes this time? Because I saw somebody earlier that said, so far, voting is actually way up versus exactly where we was at this time last year.
Now here's where things really get exciting. Can one superstar elevate an entire franchise into all-star status? That's exactly what happened with the Fever. Typically, all-star voting spreads out across the league. Teams like Las Vegas, New York, and Seattle dominate the top slots. Smaller market teams hope to squeeze in one name. 2 top 10 selections from one team is rare. But this year, Indiana rewrote the rules.
Something that I want to talk about, on the left side of your screen, we're seeing the 2025 numbers, and then, boom, on the right side of your screen, you're seeing the 2024 numbers. Arike Ongumbowale went from a top 5 vote getter to all the way down to 34th. The jig is up. The jig is up, Arike. You have been found out.
Could Clark's teammates ride her wave of popularity? Would Fever fans support the whole roster? Early numbers left fans wondering. But then the final results dropped, and they were stunning. Aaliyah Boston landed in third place with 361,018 votes. That total alone would have won past voting cycles. Boston isn't just benefiting from Clark, she's earning recognition through her own stellar play.
Of course, Indiana, 277,000. Lexi Hall, 217,000. And there is Kiki Arifin, 213,500. She's averaging a double-double, a legit double-double, with a good field goal percentage.
And that's not all. Kelsey Mitchell came in at number 7 with 198,471 votes. A consistent scorer and proven veteran, Mitchell is averaging 17.6 points per game. Her leadership is being recognized. Then there's Lexi Hull, who locked down the number 9 spot with 161,832 votes. Hull isn't flashy, but she plays with grit and contributes in every intangible way. Fans noticed. 4 Fever players in the top 10? That's never happened in WNBA history. Clark, Boston, Mitchell, and Hull have created something bigger than individual success. Compare that to other teams. Las Vegas and New York only got 2 players each in the top 10. Most teams got 1 or none.
Caitlin Clark has 3 times the amount of votes. 3 times the amount of votes as Angel Reese. So, there you go. I suspect Sophie Cunningham's numbers are going to grow after what we've seen. Somebody said, I saw some things online about they sold $1 million worth of Sophie Cunningham jerseys, and something in the neighborhood of 12,000 all went out one day, or all got bought at one day, and it jacked up the Indiana Fever system, this, that, and the other. By the way, the Slows are pissed off about Sophie even being on this list.
And here's the cherry on top. Indianapolis is hosting the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game on July 19th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the Fever's home court. Usually, host cities struggle to get even one player selected. But this year, 4 Fever stars will take the court at home, wearing All-Star jerseys. That crowd won't just be watching, they'll be roaring. This won't feel like an exhibition, it'll feel like a playoff game.
Sophie Cunningham has got 95,116 votes as of right now. I'm going to be very interested. As of right now, I don't know if they will technically take the top. There's 24 spots, so I don't know if they're going to take the top 24. I'm assuming they will. But if they do, she would be on the All-Star team as of right now.
The Fever's voting success doesn't stop at the top 10. Multiple players made waves in the extended top 40. Fever fans didn't just vote for the stars, they showed love to everyone in uniform.
Angel Reese. Well, wait a minute. I thought it was about you too. Everybody's watching because of me too. Except everybody's not watching because of you too. I mean, guys, if the ratings ain't enough and the attendance ain't enough and what happened at LSU ain't enough and all this other stuff ain't enough to tell you where Angel Reese's place is, well, it's 13th place. And I can tell you right now,
Now let's talk about who didn't show up, Angel Reese. Despite a huge social media presence and big talk about bringing fans to the WNBA, she was completely absent from the top 10. The hype didn't translate to votes. Twitter likes and Instagram comments don't matter if your fans won't take 30 seconds to vote. The gap between online talk and actual support couldn't be clearer.
Being about a good game. This is fan voting. This is literally vote for who you are a fan of. Vote for who you're a fan of, or vote for who you think is most worthy. Vote for who you're a fan of. Vote for who you think is most worthy. Vote for who you think are the stars in this league. Angel Reese fans, you guys aren't fans of her? You don't think she's most worthy? You don't think she's a star in this league?
Meanwhile, Hull finished 9th with over 160,000 votes. She doesn't have millions of followers. She doesn't chase controversy. She just works hard and wins games, and Fever fans recognized it. That's the difference between internet noise and real support. On July 19th, the entire basketball world will be watching. ABC will broadcast the game. The WNBA Countdown show will build hype all day. And 4 Fever stars will step onto their home court as All-Stars. Indiana has become the heartbeat of women's basketball. In just 2 seasons, the Fever went from a rebuilding team to an All-Star powerhouse. The numbers prove it. The support is real. July 19th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse will be a celebration of Indiana's rise. 4 All-Stars. Home crowd. National TV. The perfect storm for women's basketball. This isn't just a moment. It's the beginning of something special. If you support the Fever, vote now and drop Fever Fab 4 in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on screen, and we'll see you in the next one.